5. Okay, welcome to Slash Chat Podcast. Almir Miel here. And we have, again, only our two hosts today, unfortunately. Sad face. We're missing Cardinal until next week, but unfortunately, next week, I won't be here. So we're, trading podcast, chatters, so, yeah. And I am wearing a kigurumi, and I apologize now for my offness. I do not feel well. So, we're going to do introductions for our lovely people, as I pet their heads, as always, like magic crystal balls. So, we'll start us off. Alex!
Hi. Alex, the post-mesmeric guy.
The post-mesmeric guy.
I should probably say what I've been doing over the last week.
Yep.
It's been kind of straightforward. I finally got the enthusiasm to actually make my video.
Yay!
I mean, the last video I made in my video game series was over a year ago, and it was not that good. It was, I mean, I did the top 5 scariest moments in Resident Evil 4. It was like for a Halloween thing. And while I like the idea of that, I just think that my tech was not up to par. I had a really bad capture device. I use the same microphone that Kat does, so it's not too good.
Hey!
I addressed that in the blog, don't worry. I did a vlog after that just because I had captured the footage and I recorded the commentary, and then the whole time I'm just trying to get myself to just do the post-production, and eventually I was able to get it done. At one point, it's just you're at that point and you're so close to the end, you're like, come on, I just finish it. Just freaking finish it. So I finished it. And what are you doing, Kat?
I was just looking at something off screen.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I was... What?
I said sorry.
Should be. No. I'm sure there's something off screen that's very captivating. Oh, when did you get a tablet?
I've had this.
Since when?
Since high school?
Okay, alright. So I finished the video, and I mean, this is like a real scripted video. This isn't like my Mesplay videos. So I was really happy to get this done, because I think it came out really good. There were some things that I think were a little harder to do, but and at the end of the day, I'm just glad I finished it. And now I'm like, okay, I was able to get this done. Time to actually, real work. Get this, I can keep making these videos. So I did a little update vlog after that, and just say what I'm planning on doing. I'm probably going to do another Mesplay before I start diving into the video games next. And quite frankly, I don't know what I'm going to do with video games next. I need to think of the next game. But I don't know what that'll be. I mean, it's... because these are more like general retrospective videos. These aren't like just let's play footage. This is not just me playing the game. I'm actually saying something. So after that, I'm like, okay, I got this done. Time to just sort of just chill and just do something else. So I watched more anime.
More hentai?
No.
Tentacles.
Although I was watching Watamote more, and of course it's still frickin' hilarious, but episode 4 it had some subject material that was rather alternative, I must say.
Okay.
Starts off, Watamote is the series about the girl with social anxiety, and she's trying to get to be popular. It's like the translation of the actual series is it's not it's you guys' fault that I'm not popular.
Interesting.
So the 4th episode starts off with her, and she learns somewhere that apparently if you sleep on your stomach, you have a better chance of having a sex dream. So she spends all night trying to have a sex dream, but she can never do it. She's like on her stomach all night. And then she gets to school, and she's dead tired. So she's sitting at her desk, and she's starting to fall asleep. And then she just falls asleep, and the teacher comes by, and he just sees her, and she's like twitching and making really freaking like moanish noises, and he's just like, and he just walks away.
Oh,
So it's
geez.
like, and there was like in the animation of this, there's like flowers around her head because she's apparently into it, but she has no idea that she's in school and that people are watching her. But that's not the weirdest part. There is I don't know where she came to this conclusion, because Tomoko is just a great character. She overhears other girls at her school saying that they got molested on the train, just like some creep just kind of brushed up against them, and like, you know, it's like some and Tomoko says like, yeah, well, I'll get molested on the train. I'm worth it.
Oh, geez.
So I'm like, wait, you want to get molested?
Right.
And I'm just like, okay. And then, like, she's standing on the train and she feels something rubbing
And
up
is it
against
her being molested?
Well, that's what she thought. And it was like, it's this so weird scene where she's describing like, oh my god, it's getting longer, and I'm like, holy crap, what the. And the whole time I'm thinking, okay, there's got to be some sort of explanation about it. And I don't know why Jeremy sent me this.
Because I couldn't find the one about tentacles.
Well, as it turns out, there was another student on the train who had like a kendo sword that was just inconveniently placed. So, and the whole time she's like, she's scared. She really feels like she's being like that novelty. She's like, you know, being molested is going to make her more popular, but then she realizes that's not fucking true at all. So then after this completely traumatizing experience, you see her get off the train, she's like, and then she calls her friend and says, I got molested on the train today, like excited. And I'm like, what just happened?
There is signs in Japan that are like a guy and a girl, like the bathroom symbols, and it's like caution, beware of molesters on trains. It's actually a thing.
Only in Japan
Yep, totally
would they
a thing.
need that. And then the end, and then the last scene, she's trying to find like sexy underwear, so she gets her friend to come with her, and you know, and then she gets like this expensive underwear, and she leaves it for school in the morning, and she can't find the underwear. It's like she has no idea where it went. So then she gets to school, and she's in class, and she's like, oh god, it's so hot, and she's fanning herself, and what she doesn't realize is that she's fanning herself with the underwear that she bought that she thought she misplaced. And a guy in her class comes up and just sees that. So there's this pitch perfect awkward moment where it's just frozen and you're waiting for them to go nuts. And then she just goes to the bathroom and just starts tearing up the underwear. And of course this is all crazy animation. And it's so funny. It's so funny, but the whole time it's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched like one episode of Arakawa Under the Bridge, and that's okay too. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting too. There's a lot of stuff on Crunchyroll that I need to go after, and I really need to get back into Sword Art Online.
Season 2 is coming out this summer.
Oh really? Well, I should
Yes,
finish
it is.
season 1.
They're doing the second part of it, so it's coming out.
Why is there the scene where the guy falls on the girl and he feels her breast, he touches it, and then he's like, what is that? And then he touches it again. Like,
Because if you never felt one before, you might not know what it felt like. Be like, why is this
he's
squishy?
just a freaking deprived nerd.
Yeah.
Like, why does he need to
is
do it
this
again? Come on. You're in freaking high school or whatever age those guys are.
If you had the chance to touch one, wouldn't you want to touch it again?
But he did it not because he wanted to, but because he didn't know what it was.
Right?
Why 2 times? Can't you deduce it from one? They have a rather distinctive. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now because this is Now I'm sounding creepy. So. I'm just gonna shut up now and listen to what Jeremy has to say.
So what has Jeremy been doing this week?
What has Jeremy been doing this week? Well, outside of work, went to see X-Men the other night.
Woo,
That was a lot of fun.
woot, woot.
For those of you that haven't gone to see it yet, yes, there is something after the credits. You just have to wait until after all the credits. It is definitely worth seeing
Woot,
that
woot.
last part. Except it makes you go, oh damn it, this is bad. This is bad.
horrible.
Yeah, they kind of tell you who the next bad guy's gonna be, and it's not good. It's
Or
not
people,
good.
you know, can just YouTube it.
Yeah, there's that. I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I'm being nice. I think that is about the most insanely in shape I've ever seen Hugh Jackman. He made me feel like a fat ass. It was also one of the more violent ones, probably, but, well, let's face it, with some of the stuff that's going on, they should be pretty violent. Really enjoyed the movie. Alex, have you seen it yet?
Not yet, but you and Kat have been saying a lot of good things about it, and a lot of the people who I've talked to, who other people I've talked to who've seen it, has said it's a really good. Especially, I mean, I've heard that the other ones were, okay. That this one is a step above them.
It's a pretty big step above them. Essentially, they kind of did the same thing with this movie that they did with the one Resident Evil movie. Do you remember the Resident Evil movie where they basically, in the first 5 minutes, wiped out all the Alice's and took away her psychic powers, and were just kind of like, yeah, sorry about that, just ignore this movie. These movies that came before. We're actually going to tell a story now. Or what they did with the new Star Trek reboot. That's kind of what they did here. And it's going to be interesting to see how things go. Although I'll be honest, I'm kind of disappointed Cyclops is back, because I never liked that guy.
Does anyone like Cyclops?
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
there's several.
I know a
people.
couple of people who like Cyclops. Of course, they also tend to play paladins in D&D.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? Haven't really played much ESO for the last week or so, because I noticed the Tokyo drop for Secret World, and I'm a little behind on that one. And I started playing through it. I forgot how much player skill is actually kind of involved in Secret World, because there's a lot of running around, a lot of dodging. Figuring out new synergies took some time because they changed a bunch of stuff since the last time I played. They had some missions, some of the newer missions that were really hilarious. You remember the old text adventure games where you had to type what you were doing?
Yes.
Remember those at all? You actually had to pick up a tablet and play one of those to get clues to where you had to go in the game world to find the pieces for the next thing.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
That's really funny. I love it when games do that.
I had to actually, hack something. I think I mentioned this last podcast, but there was another mission on there where, in order to get all of the clues, you could just look it up on YouTube if you didn't want to do this, but I went through Skype and looked up the number they gave you in-game. That's a number in London. And if you call it, there's an actual voicemail for the game on that phone number in London. So, it was just been a lot of fun.
It's a lot. Isn't that like a long distance charge?
Not if you do it like,
Skype.
yeah.
I'd just go online and find the answer.
Yeah, but see, the whole point of the game is solving the puzzles, and that was one of the things a lot of people complained about with that game. Was like, there's no end game, there's no end game. Insert end game rant if you.
You already got that. You guys already got that.
That's why I just said insert. Okay.
Still counts as two.
Not really.
Uh,
it really focuses more on the journey, like the process of leveling is really more about the journey, because there aren't any quests of, okay, go kill this many things, go grab me this many boiled bear asses, there's not really any of that. It's all puzzle quests and story quests, and you actually have to listen to the cutscenes or you are going to be lost. The investigation missions especially, there is no option to have like a little quest marker on your map of where you need to go next. It could be, for some of the investigation missions, it could be anywhere in the entire game world that you have to go to get the next piece of information. You have to follow the clues to find out what's going on, where you need to go, what you need to do. It's not a game that's for everyone, but I love puzzles, I love mental challenges, and it helps that the game itself is challenging while you're trying to do that. Because after playing some of the games I've played since the last time I logged into Secret World, I forgot how hard that game can be. Part of the difficulty comes they handle all your movement server side instead of client side, which means your internet connection speed really matters, but it also keeps there from being any bots. Remember the first couple days with the gold farmers, Almir?
What?
For Secret World? The first couple of days where people were trying to sell gold in Secret World, and it just didn't work.
Oh, well, yeah, because a lot of people
gold
were
is
like,
meaningless.
Why are you selling gold? Like, the only things you can buy with gold are, like, 5 things.
Yeah, it's like equipment repairs. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
There are a couple of, like, bag size upgrades.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, gold's, like, meaningless. You get tokens for everything.
Mm-hmm. And you can't exchange those. Yep. So, you don't have to deal with gold farmers in that game. It went from, like, $20 or $10 for $1 million or something like that, and within a couple of hours they were trying to give $1 million away for, like, $1.
Yep.
Because they realized no one was buying.
Yep. Grim's here! Hi, Grim!
So, what's the fox been up to?
What does the fox say?
How many tails do you have?
Huh?
How many tails do you have?
1. I only have 1. I only have 1. Oh my god, cat, that is somebody's fetish.
Yeah, you're a furry
Yeah, the
now.
furries dig that.
You're a furry now.
I don't mind.
You should feel dirty.
My name is Cat, so it doesn't really matter.
It's a fox, so...
It's Vex.
I mean, like, it would make more sense if you were in a cat costume. But,
Maybe I'm a cat fox.
cat fox?
Cat fox.
That sounds cool, actually.
Cat fox.
Like raccoon dogs, only it's cat foxes.
So what have I been up to this week? Let's see. I managed to finish 2 animes that I wish I'd never watched. I'm just
oh god,
stating
the
that right off
yandere
the
is
bat.
strong with those.
Let's see. Okay, we'll start off by School Days because we talked about that the last time. Awful. If you're gonna watch School Days and you want the achievement that you watch School Days, cheat by going to the last 4 episodes and just watching the last 4 episodes. There's no point in having you watch all 12. None. It was very bad. By the end of it, I was just like, I seriously sat here for this whole thing. Let's see. Doubly Lovers.
Was it that boring?
It was, like, okay, so the first part of it, like, with this lead up and lead up and lead up, that was just like, okay, you get to the end and suddenly it's just like those 3 characters. Why involve the rest of the characters then? Why not have just like an anime of those 3 characters if that's what's gonna happen at the end?
Because animators are people too.
Huh?
Because animators are people too.
That's true.
So are storytellers, though.
Yeah. But still, it was just like, okay, so I watched all these 12 episodes for like the last 4 just to be like, we're done. And so I was like, I'm done. Never have to watch that again. Then Diabolique Lovers, or
Diabolic? Like
Diabolic? It's
diabolical kind of thing?
I guess.
Yeah, I assume that.
Maybe. Diabolic, yeah. That Diabolic Lovers is just awful. It got much better after I was like, hey Tioger, you should watch this. And I sent him a link, and the only reply I got was, I have something secretly to tell you, I'm gay. And it wasn't from like Tioger's perspective or Jeremy's perspective. It was just like that scene that he watched that was just like
basically MSK3.
Yeah. And so
it turned him.
No.
What you're trying to say?
No, I was finishing the sentence for the character.
Yeah, I was confused when he said it the first time as well, because I was like, wait, you're gay? What? No.
I'm not.
No. I got a screenshot that said, I secretly have something to tell you, which is the character saying it, and then he finished, I'm gay. So that whole anime made more sense after he enlightened me to that scenario. I was just like, now this makes more sense. And it was actually like a good anime after that, when I was just like, secretly he's gay. The entire time for the rest of that episode, so it was good.
It says they're gonna make a season 2 of that.
Diabolic Lovers?
Yeah, later this year.
Oh dear God.
Now you got work to do.
What do you mean I have work to do?
Now you gotta finish it, since there's gonna be another season.
Meh.
And she's not gonna.
Now, okay, so here's one anime that I said as soon as the season 2 came back out, I would never watch season 2, and that's Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail just looks so boring.
I have like so many people that are just like, you need to watch Fairy Tail, it's so good, it was amazing. I watched all of season 1, and I was just like, I'm just getting through it to get through it at this point. There was like, it grew on me a little towards the end, but then it just got ridiculous again. And I was like, this reminds me of Bleach, Naruto.
Just those shonen animes that go on forever.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not a fan of these, like, at all. So
I really don't care about Fairy Tail. I just want them to actually finish the original Group Adventure Rave anime. Because.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
What?
Isn't that Rave Master?
Yeah, they changed the name to Rave Master, and the thing is, the anime's production stopped, like, right before, like, the manga continued all the way to the real ending, but for some reason the anime stopped, and it was almost as bad as what Bleach did, because the Bleach anime stopped right before the final arc started, or got into it, so, like, there's no point in watching the anime, and it wasn't even
Right.
it wasn't even like a cliffhanger. It was just, he gets to the Soul Society, oh, yes, this was the story about the substitute Soul Reaper, and I'm like, you have a whole nother arc and a bunch of other stuff that you didn't explain yet. And that's kind of like what happened with Groove Adventure Rave, but it's the same person who does Fairy Tail, and Fairy Tail just looks so boring to me. I know some people will disagree, but it looks so boring.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was something that I definitely like pulled my teeth to get through, because I was like, well, I already finished this, or I already started this, there's no reason I shouldn't finish it. So
I've seen bad cliffhangers in anime and manga before.
it wasn't so much that it was a bad cliffhanger. It was just
I
like,
know, you just didn't like it.
I was like, why did I sit here through all this filler, and then everyone's like, oh, well, this character is amazing, and I'm like, I give it credit, there is some decent character development, but there's really not much. There's
I hate filler.
really not much. Like, the end battle, okay, great, that's awesome, whatever. I could tell you 1,000 more animes that have a better ending, and, like, better epic battle than Fairy Tail. And it's just like, okay. And then there's a season 2, and I'm like, yeah, no. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I'm done. I'm done watching Fairy Tail. Now, I started watching another, which is like a core-esque anime, sort of. And another seems to be pretty good. It's a lot of interpretation. Like, a lot of interpretation.
Oh, the anime's name is Another. I was like,
Yeah,
wait, what's
it's
the anime? I'm like, oh, Another.
Another. Yeah. There's a lot of interpretation with it because, like, you're trying to figure out if someone's dead or alive, what this thing is, like, what's going on with this classroom. Is there a curse? Is there not a curse? Is it, like, percepting? Like, it was just a lot of stuff that even going through episode 6 out of, I think it's 12, I'm still like, what is going on? Like, who's doing what? What? Like, okay, well, we'll wait and see if it all answers and figures out, because there's been plenty of deaths in this anime already, and it's not bad. Like, it's really not, like, that gory death that you're just like, why did I watch this? It was just like, that was interesting. Like, let's watch it again. Another one that I want to rant and rave about is Mikaku City Actors. It is amazing. If I recall correctly, it's from the people who made Vocaloid. So there's one of the characters that looks identical to Miku, pretty much. Like, you can see that the art style is there. Like, if you could make Miku, like, easily put in this anime. But it's so good.
That definitely looks like Vocaloid.
Mikaku City Actors.
I don't give a shit about Vocaloid until I heard, like, Hagane Miku. Where it's like, they add Vocaloid with, like, super, super heavy metal. And I'm like, how is this good? Why do I like listening to this now? And now I feel bad.
Aww. They're doing a tour. Miku's getting a tour.
I've seen so many. I saw a cartoon where they made fun of people who go to those concerts, and they're like creepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
I've
think
seen
like
a lot of that.
Like, there's nothing. What Vocaloid is it's really just like electronic music, which it's like they're giving a face to something that doesn't have a face. But if you judge it just by the music, it's essentially like, you know, Deadmau5 or any of those other electronic artists, because there's no person doing it. They're basically taking these sounds and arranging them into different music, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's just there are some people who don't know that Vocaloid is not real, and that's kind of scary.
Well, it was a program. Like, that's Miku came from essentially a program, and it just kind of like Domo. Perfect example. Domo was not an anime. There was nothing to do with, like, stuff. It was a product. Yep. And Domo kicked off. Like, I have, like,
Didn't he get like his own TV show?
Huh? Domo actually eventually got his own TV show, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
almost cute. Cute.
I had a lot of, like, different Domo plushies, so. But yeah, like, this I think is one of those animes that it really, it's very character development. There's nothing, like, there's like a plot that's very, very small, and then all this character development. And it's so awesome, and especially I love the art style. absolutely love the art style. It was actually, like, why I got my Wacom tablet out, because I was gonna sit and, like, have a screenshot from the anime, and then, like, play on my little Wacom tablet and be like, okay, so I'm gonna draw this anime. Oh, wait, that was actually moving my mouse. Wait. Sorry. It moved my mouse around. So, but it, like, I love the anime that much, and I went through, like, every episode I could in, like, a day. I was so upset.
I'll check this out after I try Log Horizon, because that's another one.
You've not seen Log Horizon yet?
You told me to watch it, so I'm going to watch it at one point.
But you haven't seen it yet? You should get
Maybe
on
after I finish Sword Art Online, so I can compare them and see which one's better. But then I also want to finish Watamote, and I also want to maybe try some more Arukawa, and maybe Kill la Kill, and maybe all these other ones that I keep forgetting to watch. Yeah.
I can't do Kill la Kill.
It looks so dumb. It really does look dumb, but that's kind of the whole deal with any sort of animation like that. I mean, it's not as dumb as, say, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Hey! That anime's not dumb.
I'm not using dumb negatively. I should say, how about this?
Dumb.
Neon Genesis Evangelion's ending was dumb.
The world starts over?
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Now reproduce!
And then there's the other ending, which is like End of Evangelion, which is like... I mean, God, I mean, there are so many interpretations of that, and no one knows what it's really supposed to mean.
But that's one reason why the anime is so awesome. I like animes that leave it up to interpretation.
Yeah, I do too. I think that I like to have loose ends tied up, but I also like there to be some sort of mystery to that. That's why I hated the original Shaman King manga ending. It was so terrible cliffhanger. But then they fixed it and they gave it a really good ending. So I agree with that. I think that the ending needs to be ambiguous enough to get people thinking, but you don't want to leave all these ends just hanging. God, all these... I almost forgot about Beelzebub. I haven't seen that anime in forever.
What?
Beelzebub? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's like this high school delinquent gets in charge of Satan's kid. And the kid, like... Beelzebub. Mm-hmm. It's like this guy who's like a real asshole, and he's a delinquent, he's just a jerk. For some reason, he gets to be in charge of Satan's kid, because Satan is too lazy to take care of his own kid. But Satan's kid really likes this delinquent because he looks so evil and such an asshole.
Is his name Damien?
No, the kid's name is Beelzebub. That's the kid's name. And it's pretty funny. It's actually pretty funny. And I'm kind of... I don't know why I stopped watching that. Whatever. So
yeah, this week, mainly just shit ton of anime. As we got on our little anime tangent, and Jeremy's just like, I'm gonna eat my...
Jeremy's just watching. And maybe I should finish Batum.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't really play much ESO this week. Because, like, I've not been feeling well, so I get up and, like, immediately go back to bed. So I didn't really have time to like, do anything.
It happens. You just want to...
I just want to die.
Crash.
Curl up in a ball.
You can't die. That's against the rules.
That's true. That is against the rules.
You can get knocked out.
Go into a comatose sleep like I did several days.
Remember to sleep on your stomach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. No. Yeah, thank you. I'm good. So the hat only has 3 questions in it today.
Remember, sleep on your stomach.
We need more. We need more. We
Ask us
need
questions.
more.
We don't even care what they are now. We just want to know. We just want to have stuff to talk about. It could be the stupidest, dumbest question ever, and we'll find a way to make it work.
We did before.
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go straight into our next topic, our topic 1. It's not gonna really matter because, wow, we only have 3. So they're gonna be answered no matter what. What video game would you love to see a live action movie of?
All these video game movies are so bad, at least the live action versions. I mean, it's hard to say because it depends on what the movie would be about. Like if it was just the movie version of the game story, I'm like I don't even care because I played the game. But at the same time, you're always in a, like if they try to do a different kind of story, it ends up being too different, and that's really the hard part about adapting a game into a movie. I mean, and that's why I really don't like game movies, because we've gotten stuff like the Mortal Kombat movies, which is like cheesy 90s, but that's because it was cheesy. And then there's the newer ones, like we were talking about the Resident Evil movies, and those I would say were maybe one of the better examples because they focused on a surprisingly developed character while still kind of pointing like, oh, there's Wesker over there, oh, there's Nemesis over there. And
You didn't see the third or fourth one, did you?
no, I didn't, from what I can gather. Although I heard that the 6th movie might actually be the last one. Which I'm like, you know, I feel like these like we've had live action interpretations of Alone in the Dark, which
Oh,
no
dear
one
God.
liked.
Because you will be sitting in the theater alone.
And anything made by Uwe that guy is such a moron. I mean, anytime he makes a movie, he's just like, I'm making this bad because I want to, and I don't care what anyone says. And I'm like, okay, and he's just an asshole to everyone. And none of his movies are good. Like, he made Postal. Like, I know there was a Blood Rain movie somewhere, and it's just like, none of them are... Although those are the more extreme cases. My favorite video game movie is the Super Mario Brothers movie, just because it's so bad.
Yes, but if you would have... What video game would you want to see a live action movie?
Something super weird. Something that would take a huge budget and would be really hard to do. Actually, I think a BioShock movie might be good. Because, the thing with that is that the characters really weren't the appeal of the first BioShock. It was just the setting. The world was kind of its own character, Rapture. And I think that with that, you can kind of build sort of a story taking place in it and not feel like it's a completely distant idea. So that, I think, would be a good idea. I'm not big on, like, the Halo movie. I'm not big on, I remember that IGN did that April Fool's joke where they showed a fake Zelda movie trailer, and it looked super professional. So people
Yes, I remember that.
So people really fell for it because it looked real. It literally looked real, but it was a joke. So, and no IGN
so
April Fool's
good.
joke has reached that level because it fooled everyone. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with BioShock just because, based on the universe, it has the most potential of being a good movie. And while I think a Legend of Zelda movie would be good looking, I honestly don't know how they could take something like that and make it into a movie. So I'd say BioShock on me. What do you guys think?
Jeremy.
I know the Fox is probably going to say something about Assassin's Creed, so I won't do that.
But there's already an Assassin's Creed live action.
There is?
Yeah.
When was that?
Isn't Lineage or Legacy or something like that?
Sounds familiar. I've never seen it though.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
I didn't think that one was live action.
It wasn't?
Yeah, it might have been like
That's
CG or
it's-
something.
Yeah, because they're planning to do a live action.
Yeah, those it says they're short films. Yeah, this looks CG. Really good
Yeah.
CG. Oh, it says live actors were filmed on green screen, which was then replaced by the game's environment. Huh. Well, that's interesting because Assassin's Creed is that seems like the easiest transfer because
I was gonna say, they were real people.
yeah, because they're not limited by setting. You can have it take place in any time period, and you can also have a new character without it being too far because they always change the characters in the game.
Although everyone still likes Ezio.
Ezio was still the best,
Mm-hmm.
and Altair was probably second, just because now he's good. Like Revelations made him good.
So yeah, there was an Assassin's Creed live action already done.
Yeah, those were just short films, though. If you want like a feature film,
Yeah, we're talking like feature, full-length, 2-hour film.
That's true.
what time period would be a good fit for that? Would you say? Because I'm
Any,
thinking,
really.
yeah, because I'm thinking I'd like to have something different. Like maybe feudal Japan would be interesting, or maybe something a little more modern, like maybe in the Industrial Revolution. But I kind of want to save those ideas for the actual game because that would be a really cool game.
I mean, when we talked about Resident Evil, the first and the second movie were pretty good. After that, apparently Alice gained the superpower of jumping sharks.
Oh yeah.
Jumping sharks.
Like, we're not talking like tiger sharks here. We're talking megalodons, the ones that can swallow and 12 people at once. Yeah, she jumped like 12 of those, like Evil Knievel. Okay,
That's crazy.
that was... Just don't even get me started on, like, the third and fourth movie.
I just think it's hard because yeah. Go ahead. I hear you.
Resident Evil was a decent example. I mean, the Mortal Kombat movies, yeah, they were cheesy, but the video game was cheesy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, and it's a sides, it's like a 2D player versus player fighting game, and they managed to make movies out of that. I mean, that's kind of impressive that they got anything. And also, I'll watch damn near anything with Christopher Lambert in it because he's just awesome or hilarious, depending on the movie.
All of these movies that are made from games are like from bad action games, like
Yeah, it's like you.
Oh,
almost
Dead or
need-
Alive! Dead or Alive! Live
yeah,
action.
Dead or Alive was.
Dead or Alive beach volleyball.
I mean, I'd say the
To make a movie out
storyline
of
of The
that.
Secret World would make a fun game or a fun movie, and there's plenty there to write with. You would just absolutely have to get Guillermo del Toro to, write it and direct it. That reminds me, I didn't know this until we went to see X-Men, but apparently there's a TV show called The Strain that's based on some books he wrote.
Oh yeah, I've
And-
seen ads for that.
Yeah, I
Toro,
started
right?
reading the book last night, and that series is really good.
I keep
which is
seeing
nice
ads
for me
from- yeah.
Because I have started running out of books to read because I read way too damn fast. I'll go through a 600-page book in, an afternoon if I really just sit down and start reading. So I'm glad to find a new book series that I like. I'm a big fan of Del Toro's. I'm looking over at the gaming shelf to see if there are any.
I've noticed that a lot of these games just look so much like movies that it would just be redundant to do it, like Uncharted.
Yeah.
They're making an Uncharted
Ooh.
movie.
We should do a Final Fantasy movie.
Another one? Didn't learn the last 2 times?
That was sarcasm.
I know.
That was also sarcasm because let's face it, there have been a couple Final Fantasy games where it's like it was a movie that you pushed a button to.
Pretty much. I mean, Spirits Within. Advent Children is a good movie as long as you turn your brain off. I didn't care about the story at all. I just wanted to see flashy, really good CG sword fights. Yeah. That's why I watched Advent Children. That's why I liked it so much, because back then that CG was unprecedentedly good. It was one of the first, like, in the Blu-ray stuff, so it just looked
Perfect
gorgeous.
Dark should make a fun movie.
Perfect Dark would. I could see that.
I know another one that would make a hilarious movie that would have to be rated R. Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I love that game so much. I love N64.
The great mighty moon.
Oh God, I want to see that in like super good CG.
You, a huge supply of fish comes from my chocolate stuff.
I wonder if Kat knows what we're talking about. It's a song. It's a song, an opera song sung by a giant piece of shit. Literally.
No, it is a giant mountain of food.
Well, the mountain is where they are. Inside the mountain is a giant piece of shit.
And you have to defeat him by whenever he goes, oh, and opens up his mouth really wide. You have to throw toilet paper into his mouth.
That game's it was just so funny.
Right.
It's one of the funniest games ever. And I'm so mad.
Pop culture references too.
Yeah, I mean, they made, in the original, they had like the Matrix scene, the Saving Private Ryan scene. And in the reboot, they had the vampire scene. I mean, the remake, they had the vampire scene. Instead of just regular Conker, he looked like Van Helsing.
Mm-hmm.
And oh God, the Matrix scene is so funny because the game was made right after the Matrix hits theaters. So of course they were going to make a joke there.
And there was also the Aliens reference.
The Aliens reference.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah, I mean it's clearly a reference. You don't have to dig deep at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking how good of a movie that would be because
it would be. I mean, it wouldn't be any worse than some of the like stoner movies that have come out in the last few years. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but Your Highness. I mean, it would probably be about like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
You know, just with anthropomorphic, squirrels.
It's just they're making movies based on games that have already told a really, really good story, and these are and they're like, okay, let's make a Last of Us movie, and I'm thinking we have the story of the Last of Us, and then I assume they're gonna say, oh, but this will be a different character, you know this will be a different, and I'm thinking, I played The Last of Us to talk to these characters, and you want me to care about someone else?
It's gonna be that random person that was like walking past the screen, like somewhere along the lines that you thought was dead, but isn't.
It's. Yeah. I mean, it's the hardest part is just because these movies just aren't good movies. They're not good movies.
Borderlands 2. That would be hilarious.
Borderlands would probably make a good movie just because.
And you need to get the people from Team 4-Star to do the voices.
Oh God, do that. Get them to voice anyone in any movie. I still think that when it comes to making a good movie, you have to be able to move series that are less character driven and more setting driven. I think are a little better. That's why I think that BioShock would be good, Borderlands would be good, because there aren't too many characters that are inherent to the series. And then you can kind of, okay, we have this world and we can make our own story in this world without feeling too distant from it.
Right.
That's why the characters in the Resident Evil movies are a bit off, because that's a pretty character-driven franchise.
Mm-hmm. Well, so there's a huge aspect to the games that doesn't make it into any of the movies, and that's the puzzles.
Right.
That was one of the reasons I loved the Resident Evil games. You had to figure out what was going on. You had to find clues. And then just kind of take that out. It's kind of like don't get me wrong, I love the new Batman movies, the one with Christian Bale as Batman, but they left out, excuse me, huge part of who Batman is. You know, he's the ultimate detective.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a cartoon on Netflix that's like an animated version of a Justice League one, and someone hacks into Batman's computer and basically finds his secret plans for how he would take down the different members of the Justice League if he had to.
Huh.
It is just hilarious because at one point he looks at Alfred and goes, "The Justice League is under attack by who? By me." it's just hilarious. But I mean, that was the thing. Batman was the ultimate detective, and they left that part out. So I think when you have something that big missing from the franchise, it creates a problem. And one of the problems I had with all the Resident Evil movies is there wasn't really much of a puzzle. You know, they didn't have to go find these different keys to get inside of the mansion or any of this kind of crap.
Yeah, because that doesn't translate well to movies. I mean,
I think it can.
I think it can.
It's hard. It's
your general audience doesn't want to see them just searching around this area looking for a key. A gamer will because they're actively involved with it.
Right, and that's why they didn't do it, because then it would turn
Right.
into a niche movie, and you know they wouldn't have an excuse to have a huge budget. But I mean, I think there are ways to incorporate it, even if it's just little Easter eggs that they throw in. I'll be honest, the Clash of the Titans movie, the remake that they did,
Yeah.
the only part of that movie where I really enjoyed myself and really, you know, almost fell out of my chair laughing was when he pulled up the big mechanical owl and went, "What the hell is this thing?" and just threw it down. Because in the old Clash of the Titans, there was a very poorly claymation animated owl that, like, it was kind of like Chewbacca in Star Wars. Only the characters could understand what the hell it was saying.
I do kind of like when they put in those little in jokes. That's kind of.
I mean, heck, the whole Planet of the Apes reboot is nothing but a giant in joke. So
Yeah, they make so many jokes there. Kat, have you answered this question?
I don't think so. But that's
Okay.
okay. I've been enjoying.
Well, we want to hear your opinion.
Well, they already did an Assassin's Creed live action mini movie. Grimm says he can't wait for the WoW movie because there is actually supposed to be a World of Warcraft movie.
will it have pandas? Because if it has pandas, I'm probably not going to go watch it.
Probably. I want a Deadpool movie so bad. So bad.
I'm surprised they haven't made one of those yet. 'Cause he seems like, I think a lot of people would go see that movie because everyone knows Deadpool has such a very distinctive personality.
It would have to be an R-rated movie, and it's hard to find a studio that will make an R-rated comic book movie.
Yeah, that would be like in the whole summer season. That one would be a little bit harder to do.
The
But
last people to do it was New Line Cinemas with Blade.
Oh, yeah. But Deadpool would be good.
it would be sort of like a comedy kind of thing, judging by his character, but it would still have those action set pieces.
New Line Cinemas, now Warner Brothers.
Yep, Warner Brothers won't make one. Yep. Warner Brothers is like, no, I'm gonna keep to the PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
They make more monies.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, what... I do kind of agree, a Secret World, like, movie would be good.
Yeah, so it could be fun, but it would almost feel too much like just another Lord of the Rings movie.
I was gonna say, there's not
Probably.
there's not enough there to make, like, an ESO movie.
Yeah, there is.
There is, but it's just like... I'd be so bored. I would be sitting there watching The Hobbit again and falling asleep in the theaters. Like, that's how I feel like. It would just be one of those movies that I'd just be like, yeah, totally gonna go to sleep now. I'm trying to think of, like... I wouldn't say, like, a Kingdom Hearts movie, but that would just be bad. That'd just be, like, the cheese ball, like, bad.
It'd be like Final Fantasy movies.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not really that many good, like, games that have, like... I 100% agree with the BioShock one, because that would be fucking amazing. I think that would be, like, absolutely amazing to do BioShock as a movie.
I'd love that. I think Rapture would be better than Columbia, though. That's just my opinion.
I can't play Infinite because it's not Rapture. Like,
I liked
I want
Infinite a
Rapture.
lot. I mean, some people didn't like it because it was very action focused, and I think that's true. But the shooting is so good because you have the little skyline things.
The Skyhook.
I love just riding those things all around the arena. It's so cool. But at the same time, I can see why people didn't really like it, just because there was so much combat. And the ending is just, oh my god, that is one of the biggest head trips. The original BioShock's ending was much less of a head trip, but I think it benefited from it. If there was a BioShock movie, I'd want it to be in Rapture. Just because Rapture is more interesting than Columbia, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really... I think we pretty much hit the ones that would be good as movies. I'm trying to see...
Half-Life would not make a good movie just because no matter how you cast or do Gordon Freeman, somebody's going to be upset.
I think that, Gordon Freeman is fine exactly the way he is, and if he was in a movie, it just wouldn't be him, because he's one of the best silent protagonists, and I just think that, I think that he's best as a silent protagonist without much of a definitive personality, because that's who he was. He wasn't some hero. He was just a guy who, when you say the right guy at the wrong time or something.
Someone's saying Hugh Laurie. Not chat, but I looked it up on Google. Hugh Laurie. They put Hugh Laurie as him.
Huh.
About the best person I can think of, but still, it just... meh. I don't think you could do it in a way that wouldn't really upset a lot of people.
Or the guy who played Walter from Breaking
mean
Bad.
Bryan Cranston?
Yeah.
He would actually be a good Gordon Freeman. I can see that. I just think that Gordon Freeman's... It's not his character that people like, it's his role. And he's just there. He has no personality because he is an everyman. There's really nothing special about him, and that's why he's so interesting.
Daykunz is actually lost. We're talking about reenacting, or not reenacting, but recreating live action video games.
You mean live action
Yes.
movie versions of video games?
Movie versions of video games, there we go. So we're trying to figure out what would be a good game to create, to make... I'm so tongue-tied. I'm just gonna curl up in a ball now.
Okay. It's hard. It's just hard to think about this because the film medium and the video game medium are so incredibly different.
Yeah. But trying to find video games that would be good as live action movies. There we go. There we go. Portal. We should make Portal. And the companion cube is the love interest.
Oh god. Okay, make it canon with the movie. You make that little thing canon.
Yep. Day says Lost Planet 2 or 3.
Those games were boring. Well, Lost Planet 3 had a better story. because the main character was just sort of a mine worker, and he's kind of just wrapped up in it.
DayZ the movie.
Another zombie movie. Wonderful.
Yep.
Best Picture Oscar, most original film ever.
Is that... Wait. I have to... I just had a... Where is Jeremy going?
I don't know.
Nah. I am...
See, like Romero sees all these zombie movies and he's like, what the fuck is this shit? He didn't even coin the term zombies. He honestly didn't. The original Night of the Living Dead was I forgot the term he used, but he did not ever use the term zombies for his movie. That was completely made up by someone else.
Oh, that's not the kid I was thinking of. Interesting.
It's hard to say about these movies. What the heck?
The kid who was playing Quicksilver for the new X-Men movie was in American Horror Story.
Oh my god. Eraserhead is getting frickin' re-released. I know this is completely off topic.
Wait, it's getting re-released?
Well, it says that Eraserhead is coming to the Criterion Collection. Just a few weeks after learning that Twin Peaks is heading to Blu-ray. So now Criterion Collection, which I'm not entirely sure what that is.
Criterion Collection?
I think it's like a directed studio, and they're gonna have Eraserhead, which is like, that is the biggest clusterfuck of a movie ever. But super, super trippy and cool. David Lynch is insane. Oh, and is it gonna have like 4K resolution? It is gonna have 4K restoration. That's crazy. Seeing Eraserhead in 4K.
So wait, is it gonna be the same movie? They're just kind of...
Oh yeah, it's the same movie.
remastering?
They're just remastering it pretty much. Oh god, that's nuts. September 16th. Okay. Yeah.
What's this news I keep hearing about the new Star Wars and Han Solo?
Well, apparently he's in the movie, but I think he's like got injured or something. I'm so surprised that the original cast members are with this movie. I'm very surprised. But apparently they're on board and they're sharing pictures from the sets. I don't know. It's just I kind of have mixed feelings about the entire idea of continuing the Star Wars story, but it's hard to say.
Harrison Ford suffered an ankle injury while filming the next Star Wars installment. 71 years old. Happened on the set. He was taken to a local hospital and is receiving care. Shooting will continue as planned while he recuperates. How did he injure himself?
By being old.
I wish people would stop leaking photos from episode 7 and making ridiculous claims that the Millennium Falcon is in the movie.
Why are they upset about they're not even leaks, they're just being shared by the staff. Right? I don't know.
Huh. Poor Harrison Ford.
God, he's done so many movies. So many movies.
I can't wait to see the new Expendables.
I love the idea of the Expendables. It's like, we're gonna get the oldest washed up action movie stars and put them in a movie. It's like, it's just a joke that writes itself.
Except apparently in the first one they couldn't write it quite that well.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true. They wrote it it writes itself. They never said anything about writing itself well.
Yeah. I'm just a little nervous because the first one was written by Stallone, the second one was not, the third one is written by Stallone again.
Oh boy. These movies, like, I swear that the Expendables, the idea sounds like a joke. It sounds like someone like a Saturday Night Live sketch or something. Like
Hmm.
we're gonna get all these action movie stars from your past, and we're gonna put them all together in a single movie.
I wonder who they have listed as being in the movie. Full cast and... Okay, so they're bringing back most of the previous cast
Yeah,
that's alive.
I think they're gonna like have them be, because this takes place after the events of the first trilogy, the original 4, 5, and 6. So it's like it's Grandpa Han or something like that.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, well, with Jeremy coming back, we'll move on to our second topic. We were just kind of looking through movies.
We're talking about movies. Watch a lot of movies.
Yes, because I have 2 in here. I might as well, like...
Who cares? That's what I had no problem with stretching that out.
Okay. If you could add one mechanic to only one game, what would it be? Example, multiplayer, combos, or character mechanics.
Oh. Hmm.
If you could add a game mechanic to one game, what would it be?
I don't know. It kind of depends on the game for me. I do like I like the idea of fast travel, but I'm trying to think. Like, well, Grand Theft Auto 5 has no fast travel, so which is a stupid idea. And it's the reason why that's something that I really just turned me off to the series, because getting around in those open world games is such a pain. And it's not like something like Minecraft or Skyrim where you're exploring, right? Where you want to find new things, and the things that you like, if you see an enemy on the Skyrim world map, you can actually attack it and get experience. So these encounters actually have some purpose. The problem with open world games like Grand Theft Auto 5 is you're spending more time. What are you doing, Jeremy?
Blocking my camera for a second.
Okay. The whole time that you're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 is you're just getting from mission to mission. And that's dumb. It's a waste of time because it's so slow. And some people are like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 5 is so big. And I'm like, making it bigger is making it worse. I mean, Rockstar has always had this mentality like bigger is better, and that's not at all true. Better is better. I remember that's like it just reminds me of when I did a review for Portal 2 a few years ago, and I said Portal 2 isn't a case of bigger is better, it's a case of better is better. And that's sort of the identity of any sort of sequel. They want to add like, oh, this guy has 2 swords now. And that's fine, I guess. So I think Grand Theft Auto 5 definitely needed a fast travel system. And I'm trying to think of any other examples that could benefit from that. I don't want you don't want a fast travel system in something like Minecraft. That would ruin it because it's so expansive.
I was gonna say, most games now have a fast travel system somewhere in the game. Unless, of course, it's a linear adventure game. Because, well,
Right.
linear adventure games are gonna not... People are on a set path. They are stuck to that set path. That's it. Because, I mean, even if you look at, like, Assassin's Creed, they had the tunnel system. You look at, especially Skyrim, you could go everywhere. They had the waiting game where you could be like, oh, well, I need to be in this time at this time. I'm just going to set the clock to wait this long.
I don't think I ever used the fast travel system in Assassin's Creed. I don't know why I didn't do that. Maybe it's because it didn't seem as big, so I really didn't feel like I needed to do that.
Yeah.
Even though it was big, especially like Brotherhood, where it's just one central city. Huh.
I don't know.
Trying to
Game
think of
mechanic
something
and...
else.
I'm trying to think if there's, like, any games that I would, like, multiplayer in. That were, like, really good, but then it was just like, well, damn, I can't play this with anyone else. Why can't I play this with anyone else?
I was kind of surprised by Brotherhood's multiplayer. I didn't expect it to be that good. I mean, I didn't invest a ton of time into it, but I really liked, it was like that cat and mouse kind of thing. I think that was cool in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. The controls kind of ruined it, because every now and then, like, you jump the wrong way and that could cost you the match or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But in basic design and structure, the Assassin's Creed multiplayer was actually pretty cool.
I know. I want multiplayer for Dot Hack Trilogy, or not Trilogy, it's a Forza. But I want multiplayer for Dot Hack games. Because going through some of those dungeons, and you are, like, at the very bottom of the dungeon, and you're like, I'm so low on health right now, it's ridiculous. Having someone else that would be in your party would be amazing. And it would kind of make that game
So
less boring.
like dot hack MMO kind
Yeah.
of thing.
A Dot Hack MMO. That's what I want.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
That's what I want. I want a Dot Hack MMO.
Dot hackdom MMO.
Me.
Memorpaga is what we call it. MMORPG. Memorpaga. That's what people, cool guys like me, call it.
Cool guys.
I'm a cool guy.
Cool guys.
At least I try to think that. Trying to think of just games that are complete, that have a problem that would be so much better if they just did something, just like one thing. Like games that are super close to perfect.
Jeremy, are you
Share your
zoning
thoughts,
out?
sir.
I'm not really coming up with much. Benadryl's really not having a fun time with me right now. I had to mow the lawn today, and it's just zoning me out really badly. I'm gonna have to head out early today, because I have to be on my game to teach tonight. I don't know, because usually if there's some glaring mechanic in a video game that isn't there that I think would make the game better, I just stop playing the game.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know. Cabal housing in Secret World would be nice.
Yeah.
Or just housing in general in ESO would work so much better just because of how much housing came into Skyrim, and I don't know about the other Elder Scrolls games. I haven't gotten a chance to play them. Multiplayer in BioShock could have been interesting. I don't know, some PvP through
Rapture
could be entertaining.
Well, the thing,
Especially if
well,
you could
they
break the
did that.
windows.
They did that in BioShock 2. And like BioShock 2 had like Modern Warfare style multiplayer. And I played that, and there are some good ideas, like when you kill an enemy, you can use your camera to take pictures of them and research them, which can actually give you would do more damage against them after you use your camera to take their picture. That's cool, because you can earn an advantage, but at the same time you're making yourself vulnerable to attack from someone else. So there's sort of a risk-reward there. That's great. I liked that idea. However, when I played that, you're basically playing like small little battle arenas shooting games. And that's, some people might like that. I do know that there, like at one point you can get the Big Daddy suit, which is basically just like you're super powered and you're pretty much unstoppable. I think I remember I played BioShock 2. I played my first online match, and I got the Big Daddy suit and I won the match. And I'm thinking, this is the first time I'm playing this game. Maybe that could use a little bit more balancing, please.
Wait, so you weren't happy that you won with the Big Daddy suit?
Well, I was happy that I won, but in retrospect, I'm like, yeah, there are some balancing issues here because it's so super powerful. So I don't think that and you know, when people say, oh, let's add multiplayer to BioShock, and it could have been worse, but it really wasn't needed at all. Also considering that BioShock 2 just really wasn't that good of a game. Especially not compared to BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, I was gonna say, most of the time when it comes out with games like that, the first one is usually always the better one. Because that's where your nostalgia value sits for a lot of things. But I mean, that's a lot of things.
BioShock 2, you played as some form of a Big Daddy. And that's not a terrible idea, but all of the characters that were going on in BioShock 2, none of them had the same level of interest as, like, Andrew Ryan in the first BioShock.
Right.
Or the guy who leads you along throughout the whole way. Those were interesting characters. And the thing with BioShock 2 is the entire city is falling apart now. It's like there are waterways that are leaking, and a lot of them are destroyed, and it's even more wrecked up than it was in the first BioShock. And that's interesting, but I never like the Big Sisters. That was kind of a dumb idea because they're just different enemies. They really didn't have too much of a purpose. And just the idea of adding multiplayer into a game that definitely doesn't need it is something that really irks me. Like the Tomb Raider reboot had multiplayer, and it was shit. It was absolutely terrible. It was basically Uncharted, and then I believe they revealed, we could have put the money that we put into multiplayer, we could have made the single player better, but we wanted multiplayer. And I'm thinking, well, why'd you do that?
Yeah, but okay, so we're talking about Tomb Raider, like the new Tomb Raider that came out, right? One thing that I have to say that makes multiplayer good is if you have other characters. If you're looking at Tomb Raider, it's kind of like, okay, you have Lara Croft. What other characters were there that people would be like, I want to play multiplayer because I want to play as this character? That's like one of the things. Like people want to play as their characters they like playing, and even if it's like a NPC that you've seen and is like, man, that was cool, I like that character. That's when you make a multiplayer. You don't make a multiplayer as someone who's just like there to be badass, because then you're just gonna be like, I'm Lara Croft in a like black tank top. I'm Lara Croft in a white tank top. I'm Lara Croft in a pink
I thought
one.
they had other character designs, but they were just skins. They really didn't have any sort of difference in ability. And I think that is something that a good multiplayer game has to have. Because some people say, if all of these characters are the same, then the only difference is just how good you are with them.
Right.
It's all skill. And I'm thinking, do you realize how boring that is? That's like, I know that, I chew them out a lot, but the professional Smash Brothers community, the ones who play in tournaments, the running joke is that they always pick Fox and Falco on Final Destination, no items, 3 stock, and they do this all the time. And people say to me, well, that's not true, that we like other characters, and I'm thinking, no, you don't. I've been to conventions. You know what everyone picks? Fox and Falco. And they don't use items, even though that's a core element of the franchise. And we're trying to narrow this down to just skill. And I'm like, that's fine, but that's not fun at all. I like diversity, and Tomb Raider didn't have any of that. I mean, Tomb Raider was just characters in an already bad shooting game setup. It's basically Uncharted, which is basically Gears of War.
Right.
So I don't see the point in adding multiplayer to every game, even though a lot of people would disagree with me. But
I'm just like, I panned over to Jeremy just like, zoning out.
He's half dead. That's okay. It's his
Yeah,
life
I'm
choice.
sorry, guys. That Benadryl's really kicking me right now.
Honestly, with only one question left, I think,
Yeah.
and I know which question it is, and we already covered it a little bit last time, which was topic of E3. The reason it got put into the hat was, well, because the E3 was going on at the time, and there's no point
Yeah, I don't
in
want to
us...
talk about it anymore. I'm
yeah.
burnt out on that.
I was like, there's no point in us talking about it now that it's over than anything else. But
Whatever.
with like
Nintendo won. That's all you need to know. Nintendo won it. There was no Last Guardian. That's it.
So, honestly, I think we could probably close this off 30 minutes early. Let Jeremy go ahead and head out.
Yeah, it would
Okay,
suck.
guys. I will see you. Well, are we doing this next week?
I will
She's
not
gonna
be
She's
here.
gonna. Yeah, she's
next
gonna run
week.
away.
Okay.
So,
Well, I will see you in 2 weeks then.
yep.
Yes,
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Jeremy.
Go bother him on Twitter, everyone.
He's at Tioger Agfiach at Twitter.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything there, but we just want to see him get a ton of followers and not talk to any of them.
Right?
We just want to see how popular he can get from doing nothing.
Doing nothing. It's kind of like, my mom said I could have this pony if I got 1 million likes on Facebook.
Oh, Christ.
So, Tilger's, we followed him, so you can just go to our Twitter and find him through us. And we link him all the time, so he's easy to find. We should just, like, make a mass thing of, make the unsociable social. He'll never do that.
I mean,
though.
he's not going to start using it, but we just want to see how far we can push him.
Right? That'd be awesome. Well, now it's just the two of us. Dance party!
Yeah. I need to turn on some music first. Get some dance music. I dance when no one's not
When no one's not looking, what?
Yeah, I was listening to they released the Aphex Twin Lost album, and it has this freaking awesome song. It's like awesome club song.
Are you gonna dance for us, Alex?
Well, no one can hear the music, so they won't know what I'm dancing to. Like, let me find the song. Maybe I can give you a link and everyone can play it. It's like, we will give you the video and I'll just dance, and then you can just sort of play them both on your own time.
It's like, we're gonna, like, sync this to this at a later time in post-production. Like, don't worry about it.
I could, I guess. Because, I'm not a good dancer at all. Nope.
Nope.
But I dance when no one's looking. Like, I cover my camera like this, and I just start getting my groove on.
So, speaking of grooves, I think we should groove our way out of here.
Oh, nice little segue there. Okay.
Groove our way out of here. So yes, you can find Cardinal, who will... Unfortunately, we won't see him for a while. We won't see Cardinal for a while because I'm not going to be here next week, and he's going to be here next week. So unless one of the other 3 people can actually set up to do...
I don't have the
podcast.
topic hat, so I won't be able to do it.
Guess what? There's nothing in the topic hat anymore.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of... I like that. Do that. Like a little fox in a hat. In a top hat.
Yep.
The
The topic hat is, like, officially... There's nothing in the topic hat.
And whose
It
fault
is
is
just a
that?
regular
Twitch.
Boop!
Yeah, I probably won't have anything to really talk about, like, next week, and she's gonna be doing her thing. So, she's going on a Friday adventure.
Friday adventure?
Florida adventure. Why'd I say Friday? Because
I don't know. You said Friday. Cardinal is dead. It's the truth. Cardinal is not dead. He's just working.
Yeah. How rude, whoever
Don't
said
look
that.
under my desk.
What?
I hid his body underneath there.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No.
he was there the whole time, and you didn't tell us?
Suddenly, like, head pops out. Hi, guys.
It's like, please help me. And you're just like, oh, he's just being stupid, and then you take out the taser, and you're just like,
Don't.
he'll be fine.
Aww.
I don't have any dead bodies under my desk.
Grimm's like, don't blame me for not having topics. I have to write RP.
We can
Aw.
blame you if we want, Grim.
I'm not going to blame you. Alex might blame you, but I'm not going to blame you.
I might.
Alex blames you all the time. What are you talking about?
He got me in trouble with the whole hentai thing.
How did he get you in trouble?
Because he thought that I was watching hentai when I
You
wasn't.
were!
And then, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was not this time.
Not this time.
Tentacles. Tentacles.
So I might as well show off the Kigurumi really quick. Cause,
Yeah, go. Yeah.
well, people want to see the Kigurumi. Papa.
It's her little fox jammies. You look like a kid, like in a little like Halloween costume. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. At first when I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, does she have feet in those pajamas? No, she doesn't. Oh my god. This is Kat, everyone. This is what she buys. This is what she spends her money on.
Oh, there we go. Today's topic, are there any actual female furries? I think
Well-
the answer is apparent.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I saw like a viral video talking about like furries in love, and it was this really everyone was there were all these people in fursuits and they were dancing like together. Now the problem there is that you cannot see these people's faces,
Right.
so you don't know who is with who. You just see these animal characters. And I do know that there are female furries. Like I'm not going to make the joke that Kat is one of them just because she wears her little fox jammies. Furries would not want to show their face, so she checks out on that one.
I'm a semi-furry, I guess.
A semi-furry?
A semi-furry.
How so? What, semi?
Because I wear the cat hats like all the frickin' time.
So?
I do have like a tail and cat ears. I'm wearing a fox Kigurumi, so I mean, like, I kind of have the furry, like, borderline, but I'm not going to be, like...
Closet furry? Well, apparently not, because you're wearing that on camera.
Yeah. I won't dress up in, like, one of the big mascot suits, though.
Yeah, mascot suits. That's a little weird, seeing those.
I'm-
Like, and we are in Pittsburgh, which is the place where they have that Anthro convention.
Yep.
They have like AnthroCon or FurryCon or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Like the weekend of that, I went to a Steak and Shake and I just see these people in fursuits just walking around the parking lot. And I'm like, what are we, like in Narnia or something? I mean,
Some of them I've seen have been very well made, and, like, I literally... Grim, that was good. That caught my attention so bad.
all right, what did he say? And or do?
I'm bi-furious.
By what?
Bi-furious.
What does that mean?
Instead of bi-curious, bi-furious.
By furious? Like you're furious, like you're mad?
No, like, furious.
With two R's.
Furry. Furry is. Bi-furious.
That's weird. Oh my god. Her and her secret furry persona?
Hey, we found out that you were obsessed with hentai last week.
I was not obsessed with hentai. You made that up yourself, and everyone was like, I did not approve to that topic. Everyone, she's making
Yeah, you
stuff
did.
up. She's making stuff up. She's trying to get me in trouble like she always does. And I know
The title of that episode was Alex's secret hentai obsession.
And that's why John watched it. You know, I saw you talking with John on Twitter.
Yeah, I was talking to him earlier, actually.
Oh, God. Everyone go watch John's Flash animations that he did a long time ago. Watch Banjo 3. He's really funny. And I never thought he'd actually talk to me. To the podcast. Everyone else should, too.
I imagine Post Mesmeric would tend to be a unicorn furry or perhaps a bumblebee.
What? I would be a... If I was a furry, I would be either... Is
or
that what
a
you're saying?
schoolgirl or like half cat thing.
That's not... You're not talking about me, right?
No, this is you.
Why? Why would you think that? Unicorn, bumblebee, schoolgirl.
Half cat like thing.
How can you be unicorn, bumblebee, and half cat? That's that's 2.5.
I don't know.
And don't get
it's
me
you.
started on the on the schoolgirl. That's not going to happen. I know some people have their little fantasies, but no.
As many animes as I think you've watched that have the fangirl-esque, like, schoolgirl girls, I could see you, like, dressing up in a schoolgirl outfit in your spare time.
I don't know. No.
You probably
No.
have.
What?
You probably have already.
No, I haven't.
Are you sure?
No, I haven't.
You have, like,
I'm-
a little tuft of hair and you put a little bow. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. The reason that my little character on my YouTube channel has the little curve is because I have a cowlick all the time. All
Right.
the time.
So
That has nothing to do with
you'll put a little
schoolgirls.
bow there and you'll be in schoolgirl.
I'm not going to do that. No. Not going to do that.
Okay,
Although to
so
be-
Grim, I have the next project for you. In your spare time, can you
I don't
draw
like the
Alex
visual.
in
I
a
don't like
schoolgirl
it.
outfit?
Did you just tell him to draw that?
Yes. Or anyone draw Alex in a schoolgirl outfit.
Don't do that, please. Just because I talked about, like, I was watching two best friends play, and they were playing old Godzilla games. So, like, Matt says on the commentary, I bet Mothra yells at Godzilla for leaving the seat up all the time. So then I just, like, wait, are they, like, did you just, like, ship Godzilla and Mothra? So then I thought of, like a school uniform for Godzilla. So it's basically just a human male school uniform, but with just Godzilla's head on it. And then I thought of Mothra, like she's just has like a human schoolgirl Dawn body, and it's just Mothra's bug head on top of it. That would be so cool. Do that instead of drawing me in that. She's got her little devious grin, like, nope.
No, I already got.
I know, the word is already out, and I
Yep.
can't take it back.
The word's already out. There's going to be a schoolgirl Alex.
Grim, don't listen to her, please. Don't listen. She's out to ruin everything. I
Does
know.
this face really look like it's trying to ruin everything?
Yes.
Okay, probably.
You do this. I'm trying to convince myself that you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart, just to have fun. But at the same time, you just told Grim to draw me in a schoolgirl outfit.
Yep.
So those two identity ideologies are just conflicting with each other, and the whole time it's like, Kat wants to humiliate me online.
So wait. Can I draw you and Godzilla kissing while in schoolgirl outfits?
Wait, what? Wait,
Now,
who?
who is the you referring to? Me or Alex?
It better be her. It is her. I've decided it. Grim, please say it's her. Your silence is scaring me. And I don't want to make out with Godzilla. I would never do that.
Why not?
Because he's Godzilla and he'll atomic breath my face all over me. All over my face. Just like... You can draw a Mothra in a schoolgirl outfit, that's fine, but don't draw me.
We're already getting you in a schoolgirl outfit.
No, we're
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Unless I have to draw it, I will totally draw it.
So you guys are gonna draw it. You're gonna post it online for people to have as their phone wallpapers.
Yep.
They're just gonna watch like, so beautiful. And then they need to go to the bathroom.
Alex in a schoolgirl outfit.
No! Sailor Fuku, no for me.
What are you willing to pay? I already made you a moderator. That was your gift for today. I made you a moderator.
What do you mean willing to pay?
Grim said, what are you willing to pay?
That's extortion. That's hardcore extortion. And that doesn't even guarantee you actually not doing it. For all I know, I could pay you money and then you do it anyway.
Well, I made Grim a moderator in the Twitch chat. So he already got something from me.
He's not gonna listen. Wait, this is for you?
What?
The little me in a schoolgirl outfit is for you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Because why?
I want to post it all over the internet.
Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? Why would you do anything else?
I would make it the icon for next week's podcast.
You probably would.
I would too.
Well, I'm gonna draw something about you. Badly, because I'm bad at drawing, but... Oh, and Grim, you're on thin ice there, bud. Why does she torment me? I am tormented all the time.
Because you're the only one sitting here.
You don't torment Jeremy on the air. You torment David, but we all torment David. We all torment David, but...
We all do torment David. Jeremy, there's nothing to torment Jeremy about.
Yeah, he's too collected.
He's just kind of there.
He's just there.
He's just there.
Oh God, I am dreading the result of this conversation. I'm just gonna
Grim says, okay, Cat wins.
Of course. Why would anyone else? Like, I'm just gonna be like, I'm on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch some videos. And I'm like, oh, she put up the next. And I get so mad, but I realize I can't do anything about this. It is completely out of my control. Everyone, please, if you truly care about what I think, you will not listen to Kat. I know that these efforts are in vain, but
They are in vain.
I'm gonna see this and I'm gonna be like, God damn it. Like, what kind of schoolgirl outfit?
A schoolgirl outfit.
Like, what kind? There are a million kinds.
A schoolgirl outfit? Really?
Like Sailor Fuku? Or
No.
like... Oh my god. Well... I'm just like, this is gonna be big. And you're gonna post it on Twitter.
I'm totally gonna post it on Twitter.
And the thing is, if I reply to it or I comment on it, then everyone who follows me is going to see it. So I need to make a decision, like, I can either just leave it alone, or I can say, I did not have anything to do with this, and then have everyone see it anyway. Oh my god. Grim, you're on the list, You've betrayed me. Defector.
Since he posts videos and Kat does not. Hey now. Let's not get into that war.
That doesn't help my situation. Of course she doesn't put videos up. That doesn't help. I'm still going to be drawn like that, against my will.
But Grim's the one who said it, although I might side with Alex since he posts videos and Kat doesn't.
Yeah, I post videos. They're good.
Hey, guess what? I post /chat.
Okay. That's it?
Yep.
She posts /chat.
Yep.
And she's going to post a picture of me in a Sailor Fuku. Welcome to reality, ladies and gentlemen. Forever the source of ridicule. Oh. Now I'm all anxious about what's gonna happen. I should draw something mean of Grim, because defector. He's a defector.
Totally been tweeted.
Of what tweeted?
I sent out the request to see more of you in school.
Why did you send it to John? He's a artist. Why did you send it to him? He worked on Flash cartoons. Actually, that might have been his brother, but he was in the Flash. Oh, you're making this worse. So much worse. See, if you were smart, you would have just #/chat so anyone who sees it will do it. But you didn't. Yeah. So I won.
You know, I can always make another post.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. Someone save me. This is my life.
Nope.
A
Well,
slave
it's
to
10 till, so I remember like 20 minutes ago we were like, we're gonna end the show today, and then we just got into this rant of like throwing Alex as a schoolgirl. So...
Why did you tag John?
Because I could.
I know.
Yep, totally. And he's gonna watch this episode when it airs on
Of course he is. He said he would. He's not a liar.
So...
Yup. Yeah, you're proud of yourself.
I am quite proud of myself.
Oh my god.
So, we probably won't have podcast next week unless we can find a way to do that while I'm in Florida. And the only thing that I have that's going to be able to run anything is my tablet, and that's not very capable of hosting anything. So then the week after that, which unfortunately we won't have Cardinal again, so sad face.
Yeah, you better be in good health and not cancel it at the last minute, because 2 podcasts off is not cool.
Well, no, I should be better by the time I get back.
And you should
Okay,
also be
knock on
awake
wood.
and on time.
Hey, I was awake and on time.
Today.
Most of the time, last week too.
Didn't we start late?
No.
Well, we started late on a recent one, I know that.
Yeah, it was like, actually, several ago.
Who cares? It was your fault.
It was my fault.
And she's accepting it, so I can't
So, to find Alex, it's just right here, Post Mesmeric, YouTube.
Go to the Post Mesmeric, I'm on the Twitter, and go watch my videos on my YouTube channel. There are more coming, I promise.
Uh-huh. And of course, you can find me over here, or here, which is rather where I'm at now. 2 p.m. Eastern Time for /chat podcast, or you can find a recap of it on YouTube, and that's Power Button. So, yeah. Jeremy I will have his Twitter updated soon. I keep forgetting to, but I will. I'll do that soon.
You should get his password and just update it for him. Get his Twitter password.
No. And then Cardinal, of course, is Cardinal on everything except for Twitter, which is just alpha_Cardinal. So, we shall not see you next week, but see you the week after that.
Yes.
And I will be back from Florida. So, hopefully there's interesting stories of Florida, and yes.
Sand, it's everywhere. Get
It's
used to it.
everywhere. So, have a good day, guys, and we shall see you again later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.